Check. Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Sean, make sure we got no echo, Sean. I'm just going to check my DMs. Anybody out there listening to the live, Master Friend, anybody out there, the coach, want to double check before I go live. Nothing like yesterday. Excellent. Thank you, Sean. I hear you, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it in early. We got to get it in. We don't got the time. The moving company's coming. They'll be here in a couple hours. We just don't got the time. I'm strapped for time, which I usually am not, but today I'm strapped for time. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Hope you're having a wonderful day out there in crypto land. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, show you the trade we gave you yesterday that's still in the money, and talk about kind of what I see happening into the weekly close. So let's have some fun. Let's break it down. And that's my list if you want to see. Just a bunch of different songs, though. So you'd have to, it's not really anybody's list. So here's the deal. Yesterday we talked about if we broke above the 200 SMA, we would get a nice move to the upside. We did that. You're still in the money if that was the trade you took. However, I would likely take profits at resistance at 65.5. That was the weekly support of resistance that we went over numerous times. So likely going to do that. That's something that we're definitely, paying attention to. So that's on my radar, okay, for Bitcoin. Now, moving forward, it looks to me like if we lose this 200 SMA, we are going to drop down and test this key level here at 63,400. I'm not saying that's guaranteed. It's just something that is possible. Watch that 7 minute. It's right now on the precipice of either losing the 200 or getting a bounce to the upside. Low stochastic suggested we could get a bump, but you never know on Sunday. Sunday is the worst day to trade, Sunday night into Monday morning. Doesn't mean you can't play the volatility. Just in general, it could definitely rock you. So just be very, very careful trading on Sunday. It could definitely be detrimental. So be careful trading on Sunday. That's all I got to say. All right. 65,000 for Bitcoin is a key level. I would love to see the weekly close above 65.5, but only time will tell. So right now you see big red above us here at about $66,000. So it's saying, hey, I likely can get all the way up to 66,000 and everything's going to be fine. So that's the key level that I'm looking for, that I would like us to break back through, right? That's the key level that we're looking for. I want to see us break back above 65,000 and get into the 66,000 red area. We do see some liquidity below us, but BOOKMAP is telling us that we could get up here. We have enough liquidity to eat. The dark red, though, is at 63,000. Some mixed signals, but the closest red we're seeing here on the order book. What is this? This is an API telling me where the buyers and sellers are. Where's the big conglomerate of sellers? We see a lot of sellers at 66,000. You say that's bad. That means we're going to get sold off when we hit that level. It does mean that, but it also means we'll get dragged up into liquidity, forcing longs to come up. Then they'll come down and hit the longs. See, what you want to do is you want to bring the shorts higher and bring the longs higher. You get it? And you use the liquidity to climb the stairs. So they bring it down a little bit, they get a bunch of shorts. They go grab those. They bring it up a little bit, they get longs. They go grab those. But each time the liquidations are higher than they were before, they climb the ladder of the movement to the upside, right? Just want to make sure. I'm getting a text here. It could be someone telling me something, who knows, about the stream. Nothing to do with that. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. So this is the key thing that I'm looking at. Let me take a look at the chat. Shout out to everybody here on the chat. And how you doing on this beautiful morning? Is Bonk going to keep going? We'll take a look at Bonk. Could you decrease the volume for the music? Oh yeah, the music is too loud. So sorry. Appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. My team didn't say a word. Man. Let's go like the button. Do you need to pay for BOOKMAP? You do. BOOKMAP is something you need to pay for. Okay? I brought the music down. You should be all right now. You should be all right. Yeah, it's louder for it's. I can't see your mix as much as I can, so I apologize for that. But the music should be lower now. You guys are like 10 seconds behind. All right? Good morning. Sounds great. Thank you. 3 for 3 trades yesterday. Thanks to Sam's course and a bunch. I would have lost a lot of money on before. I'm a gambler idiot. Now I'm a patient trader. Exactly. You can see where there's an opportunity and take advantage of it if the market presents itself, right? Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Look, I showed you this of the 1 hour. This trade also was in the money. We got in here at about 64.9, and we did bump up to 65.5. That trade's still open with a measured move to the upside unless we were to get stopped out and lose this high point of control here based on the VRVP on the 7-minute time frame. But here we are again, and here we stand for BTC. And like I do every single day, I'll delete my work and get us back to where we are from the weekly, though. We'll take the weekly all the way and show you how exactly I do my analysis from top down. I think everybody that sees this can learn. This is what I would do every time I see an asset. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm jumping on in. Yesterday, I bought my beautiful wife the Black Caddy XT5, the junior version of your Escalade. She's in heaven. Hey, man, any Cadillac's amazing, bro. And anytime you get your wife anything, that's a blessing. So God bless you, my friend. It is funny, though, when I'm driving it and I see other people in Cadillacs, and then they look and they're like, all right, you're in the King Cadillac, I'm in the Mini Cadillac, but we're still in Cadillacs, you know. I wave whenever I see someone in an Escalade. They think I'm weird, but I like wave. Because when you're in a motorcycle, there's this, you take your left hand off the clutch and you put your two hands down on the left. That's the international motorcycle hello. So all motorcycles, you know, if you're smart, you can tell a new motorcyclist because he'll go by you when he won't do it. But any old school motorcycle will put their hand down on the left, right? I rode motorcycles for, basically 10 years. I got my first motorcycle when I was 15, 16 years old, a 250 Honda, a 250 Yamaha. I always remember that little Yamaha. And then I ended up getting a Sportster in New York City in 2014, and I rode that puppy hard, man, until I sold it just last year. And what's funny is I bought that bike for, I got that bike, I basically got that bike at a very, very low price, man. But anyway, 65,500 is the key resistance. I can make it perfect right now by zooming in here, but it's always been where these two candles have closed, 65.5. It's just a key level, 65,528, 65.5. We lose this level, we come and test 60K, which we did, right? We even dipped down into the 59,000s. But you see, we had some good chop here that held us down. That right shoulder of the big inverted head and shoulder. Apologize there for the sneeze. Might have jumped you out of your seat there. Sound is fine my end. Bang, bang, bang. Guys, you need to pay to get a message through. Yeah. What do you think of Floki? How beautiful. How much love to you all. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. And shout out to the super chats. We got a super chat here. What is he saying? Yesterday I bought my beautiful wife black. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Crypto Plumber, I love you, man. You deserve it. You've given me so much. So you must be a wonderful husband, man. You've given me so much. So super, super nice. Super nice. Okay, Goodwin. The guy said the sound has been horrible the last couple of days. The last couple of days, man, I did one live stream yesterday for my new setup. So it can't be the last couple of days. It's been 10 hours. All right. I shouldn't mean my volume on 100, but just to hear normally. Anyway. Golden up 100. Yeah, Sports Doji on the next Doji. Just deal with it, my friend. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's the preamp. You know, maybe I'll dig out the, I think I'm going to end up digging out something. I think I'm going to have to make a call and do something crazy. So when you turn the mic down, the mic went down also. Really? So maybe. I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't. All right. I saw the volume was pretty fine last night for me, so I'm moving on. I'm not listening to this anymore. I'm not letting this get into my analysis. Okay, so we have 65,500. Either deal with it and don't complain, please. Be grateful for what you do have, not what you don't have, and move forward with me, please. I can't deal with the low frequency. All right. Thank you. God bless. So here's the deal, 65,500. Now, if we lose this key level, we're going to drop down to 52,000. We've been talking about this for a long, long time. So, like, you can see, that's our next levels of resistance. That's all we have to go on. You look left to see what's happening. This wick to the upside is beautiful. I showed you the bullish pin bar on the 8-hour time frame. All right. Where do I get an ID that will set? You got to go to RNSID. RNS.ID. Get yourself a digital identification there for yourself, and that'll change your whole life. All right, that'll change your whole life. Just make sure you pay your taxes in the applicable area. Okay, that's all. My thing is, you bring it into cash, you pay your taxes. Like, you fill in that bank account, right? You pay taxes. Pretty simple to me, but okay. So I'm gonna move forward. So there's the weekly. Look at that beautiful bounce off the weekly too, all right? As I showed you, you don't get too far away from the 21-day moving average. If this expressed a big movement up, I knew there had to be some type of pullback. However, look at the 80 coming for the 200. Very bullish sign when you see the 80 simple moving average coming for the 200 SMA. That's a post golden cross. It happens after you get a golden cross, all right? Bang, bang, bang. Thanks, Sammy and Master Friend, for all the love. God bless you, JSoul84. We love you. We appreciate you. Feel like I'm fire, baby. I love it. Taxes are the prize you win for making money. Amen. Fire. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate it. So, okay, moving forward. I'm going to go back into the 3-day chart now and take a look at what's happening on the 3 days. 3-day had a beautiful bounce. We talked about this being hidden bullish divergence. We've gone over this every single day now, right? And this is just something that you have to see is happening, right? So we got hidden bullish divergence here, something that's definitely you want to pay attention to, all right? Wow, we can make a higher low before we push up, right? We could make a lower high, actually, you know what I mean? But you'd want to see us break up. Another thing that I've been showing every single day here is the shoulder, head, shoulder. That could break you up. That could end up being a beautiful complex inverted head and shoulder that could get us, to the measured move at least, which would be the neckline to the head, break on out. And that gives you somewhere at about 83,500. We would break the all-time high. We could put it all to bed. Altcoins, once we break the all-time high and we use this key level as support, altcoins are going to fly. Everyone's just wondering, most people live in fear. See, I would buy altcoins right now knowing if they drop 50%, I'd buy more. See, it's simple to me. That way, if we rip, then I'm already in the altcoin and I get to get paid. See, the people that get paid are the people that have a long-term plan. Everyone that wants to nail the bottom and nail the tops usually gets wrecked because if they don't hit it, they freak out and it doesn't pan out. So, yeah. I could barely hear, but if he yells, I hear it normal. Crazy. I can hear it perfectly fine, so just turn up your volume, man. Like, I went over the live stream yesterday on my laptop, and the sound was beautiful. Just turn your volume up higher and stop whining. I don't want to hear it again. Okay, so here's the deal. We got a beautiful bounce off of 60,000 to the upside, all right? And again, like I've talked about, this could be one of those, like, falling wedges, flags that broke back inside the flag, it continue to the upside. Could also be beginning this idea here that we're going to make an ascending triangle, all right? Bang, bang, bang. So there you go. Morning from California. Do you have any advice for adding to the long or short-term trades? No. I mean, I don't tell you what to do. You got to figure out what to do. All right? Period. So there's the deal. I want to see this bounce back to the upside. And if that happens, we make this measured move, right? And we get a move all the way here. So the deal is if Bitcoin breaks out and retests like 72,005, something like that, even 71.9, we get a bounce back to 100K. This says 105,000 by June. May could be an explosive month. All right? Bang, bang, bang. All right. If the mods don't say anything, you're good. Baby, let's go to the upside, baby. I don't want the moon. I want Pluto. Amen. 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 Yeah. I stay away from the weird trolls, man. Yeah, strange people out here, man. They really will do anything to get in your mind. Like, there's a lot of oddballs out here, right? That's why you got to focus on helping others, man. There's so many nasty, negative energies out here, and we got to combat them by being positive every single day. Like, every day I wake up, dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful life in which you've given me, my wife, my kids, the light, the sun came in. You know what I mean? Beautiful sun. The sun is beautiful today. So I cherish every single moment I have in this life because I fell through a glass door and I was bleeding out my main artery. My mom died on Thanksgiving. My dad died May 1st. I went through a lot of pain this year. And, you know, I never lost my faith in God. I got closer to God, you know, instead of, you know, getting into that negative space, letting the devil creep into my life, which is, I think that's what they wanted to do with all this death and destruction. If everybody loses somebody, everyone will get depressed, right? It's not going to happen for me. I'm going to show you how to stay positive no matter what happens in your life. My mother died in front of me on Thanksgiving. You can't write a more tragic story. At the same time, I flipped it. What if she died alone? She died with her whole family around her on a very special day. Like, imagine dying on Thanksgiving with your family. I mean, I give thanks for that. So it's funny. It's a coincidence of God teaching me gratitude through the death of my mom. And if you can find gratitude in what most people would call tragic, you're on your way to abundance. I'm telling you right now, because this world only has abundance for you if that's the only thing you believe it has. You get what I'm saying? You're the opportunity. Now, that could make a right shoulder. We could make a drop to the downside. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm just being creative here. I'm always open-minded. I don't want to be blindsided by my bias. I want to make sure that I'm always thinking about what could be against what I believe is going to happen or what the charts convey, right? And who cares what you think or believe? It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we did make a lower low on that daily, but we did bounce up. However, a lower low says a lower high, and that could create a downtrend. So I'm not saying we're out the water yet. I'm not saying we can't drop down to 52,000. However, when you lose a high volume node and you start to drop, it's very rare you stop right here at the edge and make a U-turn. Normally, this would continue to the downside. We would have flushed down to the 200, and we would have gotten, beaten to the ground there. So the idea here is the 8-hour got back above its 200 SMA. Yes, the stochastics RSI are a little high, but every time I've seen that, bang, 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 there was a break above this and boom to the upside, right? All things come from the Lord and above. Amen. Once you submit to God, everything gets better in your life, but most people don't want to submit. They want to be the egotistical owner of everything, right? And that's where the problem starts in a lot of issues, right? Once you give it to God and submit and you realize you're a beautiful being made by a beautiful being, what do you have to worry about? You know what I mean? You're in a special place, living a beautiful experience. So all we need right now is the 8-hour to go sideways and not lose the 200. I'd like to see this 21 curve back to the upside. You don't want to see a death cross here. If this 50 keeps coming, this 200 keeps coming, and we do get the cross, you want to see these start to curve. Usually when the 1-hour curves, it tells you can get the curve to the upside. Also, this is bullish div, which I talked about right here, but that's a swing up. Well, that's a sharp swing to the downside. That was your liquidation. We cleaned it up on a wick, came back up to the upside. Again, it's Sunday night into Monday. It's going to be heavy volatility. We got to be careful. You never know. Sam with hat. All day, baby. All day, baby. Believer. I looked at Believer. People were screaming at me. Remember the dev on Believer was pissed at me for not buying the coin immediately. I said, hey, I don't know what's going on. He's like, Justin Bieber follows it. It's all been documented. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, so what? You know what I mean? Even if that's 100% verified, I was like, so I'm supposed to just run and buy a coin? Then he lambasted me on Telegram for some reason. I don't know why, but again, maybe Believer does great. I don't know. I hope it does for all the beautiful people that are in that coin. I just haven't bought it yet. I'm still speculating on it. I'm not sure it's the one for me. You know what I mean? So the 8 hour, if it stays above the 200, I'm good to go. Let's take a look at our 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour wants to dump on you so bad and so hard. So let's take a look at what I see here on the 4 hour. That's just a projection on the 8 hour. Let's see what I see happening here on the 4 hour time frame. So when I look at this very, very closely and I break it down, I can see that we have possibly a rising wedge that wants to break to the downside. So rising wedges break to the downside, bang, right? And this would end up lower at this key area, right? And the stochastic suggests that we are going to take a bit of a dump here. They've been hanging out at the overbought region. RSI is a little high. However, the RSI didn't hit the dotted line. 9 out of 10 times we usually do hit that dotted line. But look, bounce, we, frothed above it. Resistance, clear resistance at 65.5, that weekly support, right? Sam equals Bradley Cooper. That's funny. You're not the first person to say that. Gummy was nutty this morning for their airdrop. That was last night. I guess for this morning for you. And I have Gummy up here. Let's just take a look at Gummy. Continued its move. Wow, it did double. It was at 47 million last night, and it continued to the upside. We showed it yesterday. I said, does it make a right shoulder? It dipped a little lower than that. But then, wow, up from 3.5 cents all the way to a 10. So Gummy would have done a 3x overnight to the upside, and we put it out on the channel. 270% gains for Gummy, doing damage on Sol. So you put one Sol in there, now you got like 3.7 Sol, right? Banging. So Gummy is getting that love. And anyone who got airdropped Gummy at the very beginning, you are in the money right now to the upside. Shout out to Banter for not dumping on their community and actually creating an opportunity here that may continue to the upside. You got to love that. So I'm always wary about community drops. You never know, just because you're not the one organizing it. And I've seen some shady stuff go down with people that do that, but you never know. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm actually super happy to see this and see this thing moving. That's another bull flag. Looks like it could go up 100%. Definitely keep gumming on the radar, all right? Locked liquidity. You want to see that locked liquidity. They're doing it right. I like what I'm seeing, all right? Blessed Sunday, everybody. Shout out to Cesar Cordero in the house. Costa Rica, Pura Vida, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Bang. All right. Cup and handle on Bitcoin 4-hour chart. I pay attention. When is the area that this breaks? Oh, wow. Gummy is mooning. Yeah, Gummy did damage. We showed you Gummy last night right here at 4 cents. It went to a high of 12. It did a 3x basically overnight. Now it's down at 271% gains. So the 4-hour wants to bring us to the downside. Kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. I call that a slanted, drunken head and shoulder, and bang, right? Pura vida, lifer. Pura vida, my friend. God bless you, brother. 300 free beans for Gummy. Arrow analysis, please, Sammy. Looking interesting. I like Arrow. We went over Arrow last night. You can just look at my Arrow analysis from last night. We don't have a lot of time here on the stream. I have a moving company coming to my house at 1 p.m. to take all the boxes out of my house. I am done. I'm on my travel setup. My entire studio has been broken down. I am broken down to bare. Keeping the stream going during this move has been the hardest thing that you could have imagined. Like, I had to break down the entire studio yesterday. I had to then rebuild the travel studio on my stand-up desk, all right, which is going to be broken down. Listen to this. This is how crazy this is. I know you don't want to hear it, but you got to, all right? Some of you may, some of you don't. All you want is the chats. I get it. But so I break down the big setup, open up the travel setup, okay? That's what I got to do, which is pretty nuts. And then put the travel setup on the stand-up desk right now. The second this ends, I break this down and put it in a temporary place. When they clear this room out, I'm going to put a plastic table here, and I'm going to be streaming till my back hurts on a plastic table until I get to my destination on the 28th. This is insanity. So then when I get there, I'm going to do the travel setup for a couple days while I build the studio, and it probably won't be till like May 4th or 5th till everything is back together. So for me, it's going to be an insane 2 weeks. And so you got to bear with me with the sound. Please don't attack me. Hang out. I'm a guy who's never missed my live stream since February of 2021. 3 years straight. We've never missed a live stream, and some 3 years and 3 months now. 333. So I do everything I can to keep the stream alive. I never want to miss a day. And I'll be honest, the stress that can cause sometimes is insanity, but I chase that. It's a challenge for life that I just don't want to give up on. Most people would say, you know what, pack it in, take a few days off. I can't do that. I am unable to do that. My dedication, my love, my craft, Also, I personally want to see what's happening to Bitcoin every single day. I'm heavily invested. I don't want to miss a beat. I don't want to miss the move. I want to be on. So that's me, all right? It is what it is, right? I push forward. What I don't like to see is price was moving up while volume's moving down. That tells you that you're losing sellers, okay? That tells you that you're losing sellers. You got volume falling while price is rising. You want to see volume falling while price is falling. That's a better idea. You could say, okay, well, here it was. You know, I'll go for this one idea here that we did fall. We need to see a spike of volume to create an uptrend in volume. Otherwise, I see a divergence in price and volume. There's a lot of people that just trade with price and volume, all right? They do it all the time. So it's definitely something you want to pay attention to, all right? And that's definitely on the radar. So can we get back above this key level at 65,005? It looks unlikely. The 4-hour wants to take us to the downside. So the 4-hour could be the thorn in our side today that really decides to take us further down. And again, that's a bit of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder on the 1-hour time frame. So I'm starting to see something. Also, is there a bearish div on the 1-hour? I do see it. Look, that swings down while that swings up. A little bit of bearish divergence too as well. So we're seeing some resistance at 65.5, the weekly support of resistance, the key area that I've talked about over and over again. Bit of a rising wedge. You can be cute here and try to say, well, the 1-hour wants to be in a bit of an ascending triangle, but it's still got rising wedge vibes to me. There's definitely a chance, 68% chance, the rising wedge breaks to the downside, right? So that you're going to come on down. Now, here's the key. Now that I've given you both scenarios, sounds like both scenarios. Well, now I've given you both scenarios, okay? What I want to show you, and look, that is definitely a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You flip that upside down, that's an inverted that could break to the upside. You see the 15-minute get above the 200, you're going to dump, right? This is a descending triangle, though, that looks like it could dump to the downside, too, so it's interesting, right? So here's the deal. This is how I play this. I watch the 15-minute. If the 15-minute decides to bounce and kind of hang out here, we have a chance that the 1-hour can pull us out of this, and the 4-hour will just get flushed, but there's no guarantees, right? What we're looking for, I guess I could move this over a little bit right there. That just feels better, right? So the other idea here is if we break above this, we get a bounce off this key area to the upside, and it takes us all the way up to maybe, you know, the length of this base, right? Which would be your measured move. Apple T is how you grab a very, very fast trend line, all right? Or control T, option T, or control. It's control on a PC. And you swing it here. So that would be your temporary or local measured move to 69,084. 69 is our next resistance. It goes 65.5, 67.2, 69K. We've gone over that many times in the weekly too, so keep that in your mind. So here's the deal. I'd be watching the 7-minute time frame, just like we watched the 7-minute over here, and we made a big long, another secondary long, and here we are again, right? So if the 7-minute can hang here and hold this 200, we have ourselves a bit of a flag. So this is the first thing that I looked at with the lifers is like, hey, there's a flag on the 7. We're oversold in the stochastics RSI. They want to push to the upside. I like this bounce. So here's the deal. We need to defy the 4-hour by making sure that the 7-minute does not lose its 200. If the 7-minute drops 2 to 3 candles below the 200 SMA, right, this yellow line here, and you see 1, 2, 3, look for the bearish retest, and that's going to begin the break through this gap to the downside. The next area looking for is 63,800 for Bitcoin. So these are just the levels that you want to be paying attention to. This is what's on my radar. So today, I'd be watching the 7-minute time frame, making sure you don't lose the 200 in succession with the 15, making sure the 15-minute doesn't lose the 200. If that's the case, somehow, some way, the 1-hour will flip, continue to push, and the 4-hour will not take us to the downside. However, in the back of your mind, you have to know that this, and any long you take, is high risk due to it's Sunday going into Monday, heavy volatility, and the big fact that the 4-hour is not in our favor. You cannot forget about the bigger time frame. So that's how I played Bitcoin for the day. I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. to kind of go over this and talk about it. I'm just going to look at some quick super chats and real quick if anything's saying anything, and then I got to jump on out for the day. It's one of the busiest days of my entire life. All right. I'm extremely bearish. We need to test lower levels before we moon. Wow. Sorry to hear that, man, that you're stuck in a bearish tone. I'm neither bullish nor bearish. I'm just going to take it one step at a time, and that's the way I'm going to be the most accurate. Was hoping you would have seen my message in the chat, but guess not. Meant to be. Anyway, take care, bro. Wish you the best. Shout out to you, man. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. And I just read that. Cheer up, man. Life is going to be okay. All right. I never mean to like ruin somebody's day, not by reading a message, you know. But I appreciate it. That's the connection I've made with all of you, and I really, really appreciate it. So let's take a look at the fan funding. Hey, Sam, do you know anything about Athena being linked to Arthur Hayes, touted as the internet bond, a money solution, not relying on the banks? ENA is a big deal. It's starting to get some buzz. I haven't deep dived that, but I wouldn't put it past it. ENA had some cool, interesting things going on. Is Bonk going to keep going? Where do I get an MXC? We talked about that. Yes, I bought the XT5 for the wife. Love that. Happy Sammy. Love, love, love. Thank you, Sam and Master Friend. God bless you. Book recommendations for mindset and motivation. I would read The Warrior of the Light. I would read a chapter or a page in The Warrior of the Light every day to get myself on another level, man. The Warrior of the Light and The Richest Man in Babylon. Two books that must be read. Good morning, Sam. Do you know anything about Athena being linked to Arthur Hayes? I don't. You may be one of the first people to deep dive that for us, but that's why I love the stream. A lot of cool information comes out of the live stream. Let's take a look at ENA and break down what's happening with Athena. All right. And if Athena stays above a bean, it's going to do damage. However, look, it lost the 200 on the 7. It's done that before and still got a bit of a bounce, and it has been ripping. If you can see, it went to a low of 97 and ripped all the way back up to about 111. All right. I also see it inside of this bull flag, but it all really depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can hang and continue, this is going to hang. If Bitcoin takes the dump, this will likely take a dump with it. That's just the case. That's why you got to watch Bitcoin. But look, yesterday you saw this beautiful ascending triangle really that got tight and eventually broke to the upside. You could take the base from here and swung it up, and that's exactly what you did on the measured move. You hit your previous bounce, which was resistance, but you got above this high volume node. Usually when you get above a big chunk of liquidity like this, you're going to head all the way up to about 126. So this looks like it's going to moon. It's got to get back above that 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. And let me take a look at your 1 hour right now, see what's happening on the 1 hour. And hold control when you scroll. It'll just help the chart stay a little even for you. So a bit of what looks to me like a bullish rectangle could be occurring here for Bitcoin, oversold in the 1 hour time frame. A little bit of hidden bullish divergence as this swings up, and this whole thing doesn't swing up. It's almost pretty much a downtrend. So it's brewing with some hidden bullish. The 50 is crossing the 200. You see the golden cross right there attempting to occur, which is like, I like to front run those. Never mind, wait for them to occur. This looks interesting to me. I wouldn't be surprised if we do go to 126. Maybe by Monday afternoon or something like that. But you never know. With the volatility on Sunday night, just be very, very careful. All right. Buy a little Bitcoin every day to help everyone else move up. Amen. This music is a vibe. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Start with why. Getting free. Start with why. Great book. Okay. The Richest Man in Babylon is a good read. It really just kind of lets you know that you can make anything out of nothing, man. Sam is the Cal Ripken Jr. of TA Streaming. Thank you, man. I love you. Hey, Sam, that book is by Paulo Coelho, Warrior of the Light. Yes, that's the book, baby. You deserve everything you work so hard for. I'm praising you for teaching others how to become the best version of themselves and how to eventually become financially free. And it's about being mentally free and believing in yourself. Once you're free of all the mental blocks, the confidence issues, the negative self-talk, the money flows. It flows like the salmon of Capistrano. Remember the Dumb and Dumber? But it really does, man. The money flows when you put yourself in position, when you realize that you are the opportunity, everything goes your way. So remember that and stick with that and believe that. And you know what I mean? Bang, bang, bang. Sam, you think we're headed to 59K? I don't run trades when my life is in complete shambles and I have boxes all around me and I'm moving. Not a smart idea for anybody to be heavily trading leverage when you're moving. You have a lot of stuff going on in your life. It's just not a good look, in my humble opinion. You won't be as attentive. You may miss a certain move. You may actually miss a stop. Something might happen. So if you know yourself and you know what you're doing, you got to pick and choose when your lifestyle also is conducive to what you're going at, right? See you at St. Armand Circle, man. I'm going to be there every single Wednesday at that classic car, every second Wednesday at the classic car event. You'll see me there. I'm going to be hanging out. I absolutely love it. So, got to your channel by Frankie Candles. Talk about a great referral, great TA, new, faithful, and loyal member. Frankie is such a beautiful person, such a nice guy. He does not live in fear. He lives in love. I like people that live in love, man. And Frankie's one of them. I met Frankie a couple times already at different events. What a beautiful person. I've been on his channel. He's been on mine. And we've definitely seen eye to eye. So shout out to Frankie Candles, man. God bless him and his life and everybody in it. And I'm just happy that he's a part of my life and he's such a good person. So blessings on blessings. He also went through a lot, man, with the whole breakup of the, you know what I mean? He went through a lot. Like, nobody deserves that after all of his dedication to his craft, right? Good morning, lifer. Good luck on the move. Take your time. Don't stress. The move sucks. But when it's all done, it's great. Yeah, nothing sucks. I take it one day at a time, one step at a time. I get it. So I'm seeing some weakness for Bitcoin. I really am. I'm not saying it's all la-di-da. And I wouldn't be surprised if we lose this key level. We're just sitting tight at 65,000 on a Sunday. But I gave you all the ways to play it. We lose this 200. Look for us to drop to the point of control and then to my circled area. Likely to happen. It could go to 61,800. But if we break above, so here's, like I showed you, a cautious person could wait for a breakout and get some type of retest above 65.5. That's weekly support or resistance. So when we get above it, it should be strong. All right. Okay. So excited for you to move to Florida. I don't know how, but I would love to help out in any way possible. Even if it's just to get y'all coffee. 1 foot at a time. Love the lifers. Honestly, if you give us your name and your social, my wife, she'll run a background check on you. And if it looks like you're legit, you could help out. You know what I mean? But we do have to run a background check on you if you're okay with that. And if that's okay with you, there's a chance we can. And then I'll meet you, kind of assess the situation. To be rich with wisdom is much more powerful than silver and gold, because you dwell whether it's silver and gold, because you have God's knowledge. Let God lead your way in your move. Amen. God has all power, all knowledge, right? So get with the creator of all knowledge and all knowledge and all power, and you're gonna fly like an eagle, baby. Everybody, I gotta jump. I don't have a lot of time today, but I will be back tonight at 8 p.m., God willing, if everything goes to plan. Who knows, man? But I will do everything in my power to get back. If I have to shoot it with my phone, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back and ready to go. I'll figure something out. So I love you all. I appreciate you, and I care about each and every one of you, because you all have helped me get somewhere, right? I used to have 3 people watching me on this live stream. Now we have thousands of people. I didn't even get a chance to see how many people are here. Please hit the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's just like, I love to see how many people are here, but it's more important to give you guys the information than to look at how many likes I'm getting and what's going on. But I would love you guys to hit the like button. There's 1,000 people here, only 300 likes, right? When I unpack these bags, I'm packing my bags for Florida. Exactly. Thank you so much, Sammy. Much love, and may God bless you and yours. All right. Bro, if you need help moving, hit me up. Let me know. I'm there. I appreciate that, man. You don't have to help move, but you could help me set up the studio, man. Like putting monitors places, running cables and wires. If you want to chill for the day at my new crib, it's definitely something we could do. So hit me up, Jamal, if you're willing. I know it's about an hour drive from your house, an hour and 20 minutes, depending on traffic. It could be 40 minutes if you whip at like 1 in the morning. It could be like 55 minutes, but let me know, man. I need a lot of help. I'm a little overwhelmed, and any help would be greatly appreciated, man. Thank you. See that from my channel, man. I met so many beautiful people. I've been to Jamal's house a few times now. We became good friends. So you put it out there, man, you're gonna meet so many people. All right, man. Thank you, Jamal. I love that, brother. I love that. Everybody, I gotta jump. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Yeah. So blessings on blessings for everybody here. We appreciate you. We thank you. And we really, really appreciate you for jumping on into the live. So have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. All right. I worked for Scott's Moving for years. So you know the ins and outs. Yeah. May everyone have the most blessed day ever. Yeah. All right, everyone, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. Stay blessed. I think this is what it is. I have to just do no monitoring. I got to figure it out, man. Could finally hear you at the end. Hold on, let me bring this down for a second. So here's the deal. All right. I love your background. You're the best. While we're here together, I'm going to look at the chat right now, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. All right? I'm going to do a bunch of different settings. You guys are going to tell me which one is the best. So look, in the properties, I don't know why, but I want to be able to hear myself, right? So I did monitor and output. When I did monitor and output, right, that's when you heard the echo. So I can't do that. So that monitor only. When I did monitor only, I could hear myself, right? But not that bad. Right? And then monitor off. Monitor off seems to be what you guys are looking for, right? So this is what we want. This is what we want right here. We want monitor off, right? This is what we want right here. Agreed? Yeah, off, yes. Monitor off, yes. This is great. Exactly. So this is what we need. The weirdest thing is I can't hear myself anymore, but that's what I'm just going to have to deal with that. And who cares? It's weird to hear yourself, and it helps for whatever reason for me to hear myself. But you know what? I don't need to. So this is how we're going to do it for the rest of the time. All right? This is how we're going to do it for the rest of the time. Yeah. And I apologize for, I don't know, whatever happened, right? So it is what it is. Normally, though, when I've set this up, I could hear myself. So I don't know why it's changed or what has happened since, but it is what it is, right? Just want to see if I bring up the audio, can kind of hear myself a little bit there, but not that great. Could it be direct line? Check. No. All right. For some reason, when it's monitor only, it's low. Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, this is how we're gonna leave it for tonight. So no more problems, everybody. We're gonna get you awesome. Don't trip. You'll get it all pimped out in golden time. Yeah. This is what it's gonna be. We're just gonna have to do this, and I'm gonna have to be like, yeah, baby. Yeah. I am coming on at 8 p.m. tonight, for sure. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it happen like I always do, all right? I'm going to make it happen. If I can afford all these nice things and all the camels in the background, so of course I can get it done, all right? Of course I can get it done. So blessings on blessings. We appreciate you. We care about you. And we'll see you tonight for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close.